Hey YouTube family, this is Luis Milusos coming your way once again. Been quiet a little bit with videos, but I wanted to get back in the groove of just making some videos, some helpful videos for you guys. This is gonna be, I'm gonna try to make this super short. It's a video that's related to tires. Yesterday was an interesting day for me. I was out, headed to pick up some items that I wanted to buy, and halfway down, I had about an hour, maybe an hour 20 drive, and about 40 minutes into my drive, I got an alert from my monitoring, the tire pressure monitoring system on my car that the tire needed air. So I looked at it and it was really low. It was like 25, 23, then it dropped really quick. So my rear passenger tire went flat. Honda, the Honda Odyssey Touring Edition, that's supposed to be the top of the line, they had run flats on this car. So because of the run flats, Honda decided that the Odyssey Touring didn't need a spare tire. So they never mounted a spare tire. When I bought this car, excuse me, when I bought this van, this is an 06 Honda Odyssey. It came with extremely low miles, so I jumped on it. This has been a workhorse. I've towed cars, I've done all sorts of things with this, but focusing on what we were talking about, the PAX system, PAX, I got rid of that system because the tires and the machines, they're no longer available to be able to unmount those particular tires from that rim. And so I got rid of that. I upgraded to 19s when I got the car, got a good deal on them, so I went ahead and just threw them on and got brand new tires. Now, that's been a minute. And I got comfortable and did not go out and buy a spare tire. Don't make that mistake. So that tire went flat. I had a friend, Bravo family, love you guys. Thank you for always being there. You know that I got you no matter what you need. He went out and he has a Honda Odyssey, about the 4th generation, which is the same lug pattern. His spare tire fit my van, came out to me, loaned me his spare tire so I can get back home. So we mount the spare tire, I'm about to drive off, and the monitoring system again tells me the front tire now is flat. And so I'm like, no way, that's not possible. So I go up there, sure enough, hole in the tire, nothing there, not a screw, not a nail, just a hole. So I'm gonna, now, summarize it. So where I was happened to be about 5 minutes from another good, family friend of ours. So good family, love you guys as well. Thank you for your help. And they were nice enough to loan me a couple of tools and things that I needed to, get the air on. They have a compressor, so I went ahead and used their compressor. I needed a screw. I didn't have my kit with me, unfortunately. I usually have one of these with me. Recommend always having this. If you have not gotten an air pump, those ones that plug in a cigarette lighter, make sure you get one of those. They're about 20 bucks to $40, worth every penny. I did not have it with me yesterday. I had used the van for other things, and in that process removed everything from the van and did not reload or I didn't put the stuff back in the car when I was going to drive out, which I always do. And that was my bad. So summarizing everything, I was able to get a thicker screw from my friends so that I can put the screw into that hole, and since it was thicker, it's going to force its way into the tire, creating almost a seal. Well, I had super glue. I didn't have rubber cement, but I had bought a little packet of super glue, and I went ahead and used the super glue around the screw, and I went ahead and finished off the job and put it in. That sealed it, and that's how I was able to drive about 40 miles back to my house, almost 50 miles back to my house, fully. So, that was great. We got home. So now, fast forward to today, I do have my kit. I'm home, and so I'm looking at all my tires. So guess what? I have my rear tire fixed. I plugged my front passenger tire, and lo and behold, my driver's side tire has a small nail in it. So another plug. When you're using this, it's never going to work for the sidewall. If you ever puncture the sidewall and maybe into the first, maybe like an inch of this, it's not going to work much. You always want to stay in the middle of the tire. When you get to the edge of the tire, it's not going to work. It's going to just shred it, and you'll never be able to patch it. It's unsafe. I don't recommend it, so always stay in the center. This is a very safe spot. So now we're going to use our tool. We're going to take our items out, and we're going to get started on how to patch this real quick. I've already dried as much as I could, because it's raining in what otherwise is sunny Southern California. And so now we are under our carport, trying to keep dry, but it is, we're under the weather storm right now, and so it's raining. I just dried it and the top came off. Oh, that's interesting. So I had used the tool, this tool, and it's really sharp so that you can stick it inside where the screw goes, or the nail. You can stick it and then turn it and pull it and force it out. And usually this is like a lever, and you get the screw or the nail out. In this case, I had moved it and left it a little bit out, but then when I dried it, it came off. So, interesting. I don't hear any air, and it's dry. So it seems like in my case on this tire, I got a little lucky, and I don't have to patch it apparently, which is a fantastic news for me. So now what I'm going to be able to just explain then in this case, I'm just going to explain it since I'm not really going to patch it. Okay, so I just paused it real quick, the video, so that we can investigate. I don't hear it leaking, but I don't want to take a chance or a risk. And so I want to make sure that we get, we patch it. Just for my own peace of mind, I'm going to go ahead and patch it. So I'm going to use this to puncture, and I'm going to use this to file in the hole. And then I have this ready up here, ready to go with the strip. It's already in the actual tool. And I'm going to put a little bit of rubber cement right in this area, which is the area that's going to stay in the tire. And then the tips usually come out, and then we have to snip them. So we're going to go ahead and still do the procedure only because I want to have peace of mind. So here we go. We're going to take this. So let's say that, yes, there is a hole. You're leaking air. And in this case, we're going to go ahead and just make sure that we get a patch. All right, here we go. So I'm going to use this one. I'm on the side of the road. There it goes. There we go. There might have been a piece of the nail stuck in the tire. Maybe it broke. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and file this. Just like that. Now it's going to clean out everything that could be in there. And then I'm going to take this one. We'll leave this one stuck in there to hold the air in for just a second. I'm going to put some rubber cement right on the center, right here on both sides. And I'm going to be, as you can see, just generous with that, because I can always buy more rubber cement. All right, good deal. So now that we have that, rubber cement is going to just sit for a minute, and then it's going to go ahead and start to dry a little bit. And then when it starts to dry, it becomes really sticky, and that's what we want. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one out and then stick this one in. Some people go in and out. I go in, twist a little bit, and then pull. Ready? Here we go. And in my case, the hole is really tiny, so it becomes difficult. I'm going just a little bit more. And then we're going to pull this out. There it is. And now the hole is sealed. We're not going to have any bubbles, nothing coming out. My tire's still inflated. If you happen to catch it when it's full like this and you just happen to catch the screw or the nail, it might be difficult like this. When you're filing, sometimes you also want to go sideways, file at an angle to make the hole a little bit bigger to allow for the patch to go in. Every patch from every manufacturer is different. Some patches are softer, some patches are harder. This one comes from Harbor Freight Tools. This was like $3.99 or $5.99, something like that. I can't remember. It's like $5, $6. AutoZone has something similar, might be $10.99. So you could find something anywhere between like $4 to let's say $12, $13 for a complete kit. Some of them, they only come with the tool, this tool, and they only come like that, like those three things. They don't come with a blade. They don't come with anything else. Some of them come with everything. So it just depends. And here's the blade. So why do you get a blade? Because the blade is supposed to be used, watch your fingers, to cut the excess, right? So that you can come in here and trim the excess of these little tips like this. And some people leave them, some people don't leave them. So if you go ahead and trim them, you can get rid of that particular excess. When you're driving, believe me, this is gonna wear down as you're driving. So I don't care that there's a little bump there. You might feel it a little bit as you start to drive, but it's gonna get flat so quick, you're not gonna worry about that. But see, there it is. I no longer have a hole. My peace of mind. If I had left the way that it is, what if the nail had broken and then the half of the nail was still in the hole? I went ahead and dropped the other side, and then all of a sudden, as I'm driving, the movement, the vibration of the tire, if I hit something, a pothole, whatever, might make that little piece fall in, and next thing you know, I would have had, air loss, and then would have been stranded again on the side of the road. So, interesting last couple of days. 3 tires. The one in the rear passenger, without even having camber, the whole inside of the tire had worn down. I didn't even catch it, and it leaked all the air. The other one had a hole. This one had a little nail. It's quite interesting. So I don't know, I can't speculate. I'm just gonna take it as, hey, big coincidence. One of the things, I'm gonna start looking for another set of tires anyway, because this set, for some reason, I also caught that my tires are all like pitted and like lifting and chewed, and I mean, they're all damaged from the edges. So I don't know why it's missing little pieces of the tire. So it's been an interesting, experience with these tires, so I don't know that's due to. I don't have, and none of my other cars have that. It's only this particular car. But anyway, could it be that my shocks are overdue? Yes, I know that they are due. That could be an issue. I doubt that this pitting is from the shock, but we'll look into everything and we'll correct what we need to correct and get the car back where it needs to be. But that's it. That's how you plug it. And so I just wanted to bring that to you real quick. As you can hear, rain has intensified a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and call this a day, and we're gonna go ahead and finish and just make our way inside. But once again, thank you for watching. God bless. Luis El Minuso signing off, and share your comments, share your view, your any kind of questions that you guys might have about other things. I'm happy to answer. Thank you, and stay safe.